The 2023 Jersey Mike's men's basketball AE playoffs gets underway with 4 quarterfinal matchups this coming Saturday. I'm Ben Stockwell alongside Sean Tainch from the America East, and we're here to break down each of these 4 quarterfinal matchups so you get an idea of what you might see coming up this weekend. Our first matchup we want to talk about is the first one of the day, Sean. 1 p.m. matchup at UMBC hosting number 5 Binghamton.
Yeah, I think all 4 of these quarterfinals, Ben, have a chance to be really good games. As we saw with the standings in the last day of the regular season, really anything can happen. I think we said that in our first, when we sat down and did the preseason preview, nothing would be unexpected, and we saw that in the regular season with so many teams fighting for those top 4 spots right down to the end. UMBC and Binghamton played a really good game on Tuesday. Going to overtime, UMBC squeaks it out. They earn a top 4 seed for the 6th straight year. Again, a team that's been driven by the 3-point shot all year. They have Colton Lawrence, the second team all-conference player, and looking to knock off a team for the 3rd straight time, which is always hard to do in a season. But Binghamton comes in, trying to right the ship a little bit. Lost their last 4 coming in the tournament, but a really strong veteran team led by Lavelle Sanders. They made it to the semifinals last year. Looking to get back. They're led by Jacob Falco, who was second team all conference, and Armand Harriet, an all defensive player. So, it should be a really good matchup. We're looking forward to seeing it down in Baltimore.
All right, second quarterfinal matchup we want to talk about, number 3 UNH and number 6 Bryant. This one came down to the last day of the regular season. As you said, UNH gets tiebreaker, gets the number 3 seed. Bryant takes the number 6 seed. These two teams, close games this year. The UNH actually is 0-2 against Bryant. Bryant played them very close in Durham. Bryant blew them out at their place down in Smithfield. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. UNH has won 3 of 4. Bryant has lost 4 of its last 5. For Bryant, really, they lead the America East in scoring at 80 points per game, but they've only hit that mark once in the last 10 games. So really struggling to get that offense going. They have 4 players in double figures, led by Sharif Gross-Bullock, the newcomer of the year, 17.6 points per game. Gone off for over 30, almost put up 40 in one game earlier this year. And then Earl Timberlake, who's averaging 13.5, 8.5, and rebounds and 2.5 assists a game. Just kind of your do-it-all guard forward combo, handles the ball a lot for them. UNH, meanwhile, is last in the league in scoring, but they only allow 67 points per game, which is second to best in the league. So really just a much slower pace than Bryant. UNH is 10-4 at home this year, but just 4-10 on the road. So good for them being home. They're led by first-team all-conference performer Clarence Daniels, who's averaging 15 points, 10.5 rebounds per game, and then Nick Johnson's also in double figures, and Kyrie Brown also averaging 10.5 points and 4 assists per game.
Next matchup, number 2 UMass Lowell versus number 7 Maine. 2 of the hotter teams in the league. I think UMass Lowell has won 6 of 7 or 7 of 8 coming in. Maine has won 3 of their last 4. Both teams having some of their best seasons either in program history, Division I program history, or in a long time. They'll start with UMass Lowell, the 2 seed, a Division I program record, 24 wins, 11-5. Led by Coach of the Year, Pat Duquette, really put together a strong roster, and the teams, played really well. Near lead the league in scoring margin, I believe second in the league in scoring at 78.5 a game, just behind Bryant. They're led by Everett Hammond, who's really a veteran who's played a lot of games, but really took another step this year to earn first team all conference. He leads them with almost 14 points per game. It'll be interesting to see the contrast because their scoring in Maine's defense, led by Defensive Player of the Year, Kellen Tynes, who leads the country in scoring. I think he's only 8 shy of the conference record for steals in a season. And Maine has just played really well of late. Beat Bryant in a thriller the other night on Christian Fierberg's buzzer beater to get to the 7th seed, most wins for them since the 9-10 season. Chris Markwood has done a tremendous job in his first season back at his alma mater, and expect a good quarterfinal matchup. Don't sleep on that. This is the 2-7 game. Should be a good one.
Going off of that, this last game of the day, number 1 Vermont, number 8 NJIT, also one of those ones you don't want to sleep on. It's a 1-8 matchup. Vermont has won 12 in a row, really going along, but their closest almost loss was at NJIT just 2 weeks ago. They were down by 8 points with 8 minutes left in the game and got a 3 from Finn Sullivan to tie it with 3 seconds left and force overtime. Then another Robin Duncan late shot to win it by 2 in overtime. UVM is, they're 4th in the league in scoring at 72.5 points a game, and they're 3rd in the league in scoring defense at 67 points per game. and they've really just been able to take it up another notch here over this 12-game win streak. 2023 Player of the Year, Finn Sullivan. He's second on the team in scoring overall, but he's up that average to almost 16 points a game in conference play, which leads the team. And then Dylan Penn is averaging 12.5 points per game. And then Robin Duncan, your do-it-all, forward guard, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 4.5 assists per game. Really just kind of gives the team whatever it needs on a given night. For NJIT, they rank 8th in scoring offense, and they're 6th in scoring defense at 72 points per game. Kevin Asawe leads the team in scoring with 11.2 points per game and 8.9 rebounds per game. Adam Hess could be an X factor here. He's averaging 11 points a game, but he's shooting a league best 44.6% from beyond the arc. So on paper it says 1-8 matchup, but we know this could be another close one, and UVM is not going to take them lightly given what happened down in New Jersey.
Been in this format since 2015. It's really fun. Full day of games, really great atmospheres at all 4 sites. Home team has won over 80% of the games here since 2015 in this format. We'll see if that holds. Follow us along. Watch all the games on ESPN+. If you're overseas, you can watch the games on AmericaEast.tv via our international feed. And follow along on all of our social media channels. We'll have content from all 4 sites around the day. And looking forward to a great quarterfinal day in the men's Jersey Mike's America East playoff action on Saturday.